One of the biggest questions for the New York Mets going into this 2024 offseason is Pete Alonso's contract. The star first baseman is out of contract at the end of this year. So the question is, will the New York team pay him big, or are they going to trade him away like they did with other players last year? Well, let me give you a stat. Pete Alonso is third all time with most home runs in their first 5 seasons in the MLB. First is Ralph Kiner at 215 home runs, Hall of Famer. Second, Albert Pujols, a future Hall of Famer with 201 home runs. And Alonso is at 192. That deserves a big contract. But we know right now the Mets are in a rebuilding phase. Last year they went big. They had a new owner, Steve Cohen, who spent a lot of money. However, when you look at their payroll and how they finished, it was one of the most disappointing seasons in Major League Baseball history. They finished 4th out of 5th in the AL East, with a record of 75 and 87. They traded away Justin Verlander to the Astros at All-Star break when they realized they were out of contention. In return, they received a couple prospects, including Drew Gilbert, top prospect, from the Astros. That started the youth movement, as they also traded away other players to help get that payroll down. This year, the payroll is anticipated to be around $311 million. Still higher than the Dodgers were when they had their record breaker in 2015, but not as high as it was last year. Now, again, the question is, when they're in this rebuilding phase, do the Mets want to give Alonso a big money contract? A first big benchmark to see if Alonso will get a contract from the Mets will be around the trade deadline. If they're not in playoff contention again, will they trade away the first baseman for young assets, just like they did with Verlander, as I talked about? If they keep him when they're not in playoff contention, then that means they probably want to give him a big money contract. Otherwise, he walks away free for nothing for the Mets organization. That's not something Alonso is worried about right now. He's focused on spring training, starting the season fast, and all 25 men in that clubhouse. Reporting from Mets Spring Training for Full Sail Live, I'm Randy Silver.